Hello, everyone. Welcome to Winners Are Grinners. And my name is Darren Murphy. Joining me, as usual, Dave Tinnis Carroll. How are you, mate?
Good evening or afternoon, Daz. Great to be here.
Yeah, also joining us from Oak Park, out in the middle of probably downtown nowhere, Trent Cooper. How are you?
Good, boys. How are yous?
Good,
Really good. Did you hear today, Trento? We'll talk about it, but the TV rights deal was finalised.
It has it?
Yeah.
See, well, I'm a little bit behind on that. So, did they get the $5 billion?
They did, 5.3 billion.
5.3.
Foxtel and Channel 9 continue.
Yeah, okay.
And
so they did end up coming together.
They did end up coming together, and they're hoping to get it up to 5.5 billion because there's a big push, as you know, to include a New Zealand team as the 20th team. That's the talk.
There you go. Excellent. Very good. Oh, well,
So,
excellent.
bit disappointing
and
for
that's a
Channel
7-year
7.
deal, isn't it, guys?
Bit disappointing for Channel 7, though.
Yeah, I think they always get dragged along and they get a bit of hope. And, look, I couldn't see Channel 9 and Foxtel. There was that original, they were going to go, well, Channel 9 did it, didn't they? They decided they were going to go out by themselves.
Yeah.
And then Foxtel went, all right, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And then say, I don't know. It's interesting because, it would have been nice to see it on Channel 7 or Channel 10 or something like that.
Well, there was big talk, Trento, though, that Amazon came in real hard.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very hard. It was going to be on Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? We spoke about if it goes to Amazon, like a lot of the fights now on Netflix, it'd be I really dread the day. It would have been
frustrating for me because I'm a long-term Foxtel
me too.
Subscriber, right?
Yeah.
So I never watched. The only time I watched Channel 9. State of Origin grand final.
Me
right?
too. Yeah.
And that obviously is going to continue in that vein. Is that the role?
Yeah, that's the understanding that State of Origin will stay.
Channel 9 still has the standalone
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
We got 7 more years of Gus Gould and.
I know it is disappointing that as subscribers, as all we three are, I dislike watching Channel 9 and I want to watch the grand final, especially on Foxtel.
Yeah.
Well, it disappoints me because I get ultra 4K.
Yeah.
Right? And people go,
too.
there's not much difference. My butt, there's no
Yeah.
difference. There is a lot of different. You can see there are subtleties that are happening when you can watch it on a big screen. And it's just fantastic.
Yeah, and you can virtually see every blade of grass.
Channel 9 maybe step up and get the ultra, get a bit of ultra 4K.
But I
not on free to wear.
I so dislike watching State of Origin on Channel 9. But what do you do?
Well, you can't. What you could sit there and hope you don't hear everybody cheering and do it later.
Yeah, I'm not like you. You're better.
Watch it live.
You're better than me. I can't watch sport unless it's live. So
no. And look, it's the only time I'll put up with it. But I must admit, what I don't like and why. It's a very biased commentary. It is really, and it's just, you can even hear it when Queensland are going in, they get excited, but it's almost almost as disappointed exciting. But when New South Wales are going in, then it's like, oh my God, like it's, I've just won lotto. So I would love to hear like a more objective coverage kind of thing, and that's what Kerry Packer, he used to push that. He would always say there is no us. When you especially in the cricket, when the cricket was on, he'd say to the commentators there's no us. It's Australia or it's West Indies or it's England or it's Pakistan. And you look back in those golden years. It was fantastic, absolute commentary because they were very level,
Yeah.
This subjectivity has crept in over the last 15, 20 years, pretty much since Kerry died.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, but it's happened all over the network, though.
Yep. You guys would see it even with the AFL kind of thing as well. And you know, it just frustrates me because you know we've got such a great product. Rugby league is such a fantastic product, and you've got one station that keeps getting in, which is Channel 9, and they get the golden ticket, they get the state of origin, they get the grand final, and then they put it out there. They don't put it in the best coverage you can possibly watch it in, and you get biased commentary. So I don't know. Look, in the end of the day, great for rugby league though. $5.3 billion over 7 years. That's eclipsed the AFL.
It has by about a billion, I think. Maybe it was a billion.
Well, a bit more, because even 4 billion when they were talking, 4 billion was going to be.
I think they got 4.22, so I think it's 1.1 billion. Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
Anyway,
all right. Can we say that rugby league is now the number one sport in Australia?
Oh, without a doubt.
I suppose you do.
I think probably the best number one television sport, I would say.
Yeah, probably television sport. Cause
I think
it's
AFL still beats rugby league in the attendance.
Yes.
But as a TV sport, and look, anyone that, you know, if you're a first-time listener or you've never even watched a game of AFL, go and watch a game of AFL live. It is fantastic to watch live because there is so much off the ball that is happening that you can watch different battles happening at different parts of the crowd. I've always said that it's very hard to capture the whole game of AFL on a TV, whereas rugby league, it is perfect for television.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Yeah. So we'll get Daz to read out the confirmed New South Wales Blue squad. Are you able to get?
Kidding.
No, you don't. What are you? And are you able to read out the Maroon squad? You can get that.
I will fix the names. All right. Yeah. Like when you say it wrong, I'll fix.
Okay. Well, I'll get Daz to read out the what do we got? 19 or 20 players?
20 players.
Okay.
20 players. Yep.
I'm a little bit critical with this New South Wales side, and I'll tell you
all
why.
Right. We'll read the players out, and then we'll go from there.
We've got James Tedesco, Bostock, Bradman Best. We've got Stephen Crichton in the centres. Marky Mark in the wing. We've got Mitchell Moses, 5'8", Nathan Cleary, Payne Haas as prop, Reece Robson as hooker, Mitchell Barnett as prop, Hudson Young as second row, Liam Martin, second row, and Isaiah Yeo in the lock, Cameron Murray, Fanora Blake, Hamoli and Blake Bailey is in the interchange.
Bailey, yep.
We've also
Blake
got
Bailey,
Ethan Strange, Cooler, and Victor Radley as reserves. Now, this is where I'm very, very critical. Why?
Go for it.
Why in God's only name is Victor Radley actually not in the side? Not even in the starting sign lineup.
I can't. He was not in my book. He wasn't the one that I was going to order to put 20th man.
No,
kind of thing. I don't get it. Look, he did give away a couple of penalties, and he is for a high shot. But you know what?
That
when
was
he came on in game one,
yes, I know they were soft penalties, but they were penalties during moments of the second game that New South Wales didn't need them to occur. And I just think his discipline has cost him a game.
It's got to be the only reason.
It is the only reason. And because he gives away stupid bloody penalties, and he does frustrate me as a New South Wales person when watching. I'll go, Victor, just pull your head in. Because
he's playing great football there for the Roosters.
I get that, but I can't trust him that he won't give 3 or 4 penalties when New South Wales is on the front foot, and then we continue to let Queensland back in the game.
Yeah,
I'm not that concerned.
He is a student of the. He's a Warrior Hargrave student.
Yeah.
Where, they play on the line, right? And sometimes it is going to hurt you, but the times where it doesn't hurt you, God, they dominate. Because it just. if they're hitting you in that level that's just below head high, like just on your top of on your sternum, right? Is where they're coming through when they're trying to come through. They're trying to hit you on that sternum. You can so dominate a game if you get it right.
No, but he's
it's
not
such a fine line.
But Cameron Murray has to play. Fanua Blake has to play. Hamali Olakwadu has to be playing. Blake Brayley has to be in the interchange, as Ethan Strange.
I would have thought Radley would have actually gone in interchange at least.
Well, so you're saying that Kohler doesn't play. That means you're a backman down. You've only really got one backman.
Yeah.
And Victor Radley goes in because he's not going in before Murray, Fanua Blake, Olakwadu, Brayley, Ethan Strange.
No, well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
do you think? So do you think it's a victim of circumstances?
It's a victim of circumstances, a victim of balance. I mean, Victor Radley, because Fanua Blake, the bloke who doesn't play then is Fanua Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got to play Fanua Blake because he's the only prop.
Yeah.
So it was a victim of circumstances. It was, if you put Victor Radley on the interchange bench, it becomes very unbalanced. And then they probably thought he's probably a bit undisciplined. You had to play Kohler. Kohler has to be there as an interchange reserve. Because if something, just in case, mate, so.
But the thing is with Kohler, like, you could have gone Ethan Strange. Ethan Strange can play on a wing. He can play centres. He could, because you've also got, like, you could get Ethan Strange. Like, say one of the centres goes down, right? Say if it's Bradman Best goes down, Ethan can go in. Say if Tedesco goes in, right? You could put Crichton at the back, and you could think, you could have got away with it, but I do think that Kohler's played a very good series.
Come on, if you're a coach in New South Wales, you wouldn't want Crichton to go back, and you wouldn't want.
He's been playing 5'8". I know,
but you wouldn't want Ethan Strange in the centres, mate. There's no way, not in state of origin.
But if you had to, at a pinch, you could. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But that's where you don't do that.
That was the case. Or,
the biggest, the biggest bolter I thought was Jack Bostock. I thought there was another winger. I know Brian Tohu got dropped, but I thought there was another winger out there that might have.
I think that was Kiraz, but Kiraz has been under an injury cloud. So that was the Bulldogs.
Because you couldn't have brought Tommy Turbo in as wing, could you?
No.
Well, you could have. You could have, and he would have played wing. But he's also, how many origins have you seen with Tommy where he gets injured?
Yeah.
And he just leaves that gap. So he's got that
obviously,
question. I would love to see Tommy have a full season where he's passed. We just never see it with Tommy.
Obviously, Bostock.
I'll tell you, Bostock.
He's playing good footy.
That concerns me as a Queenslander.
Yeah, because obviously he's playing good footy.
Tall guy.
Yeah. Well, that's why he was brought in, Treno. That's the only reason why.
You got two kickers. You got Moses and Cleary. That's just signal that they are going to bomb the wings continuously.
Yeah.
In there, or even it's the threat of the bombing of the wings. So the defenders know that. So they're going to be spreading out to the wing and leaving gaps open, kind of thing. It's actually quite a brilliant play. Daniel Tupou's been brought in to do that job over the years, but Bostock, he's young. He's got a lot of go about him. He's been playing centre for the Dolphins and playing fantastic, and that's actually the position that he has been playing. Like he was in juniors, was a centre. Yeah. It's only since he's got to the NRL level that he's been playing wing. Mm-hmm. But look, in the end of the day, he has earned that position too. And look, I do applaud Laurie Daly and whoever the selectors were for dropping Toa. I didn't think they'd have the kahunas to do it. I didn't think they were going to do it.
No, he had a shocker, so.
Yeah.
All right. Have you got the team up there for the Queensland Maroons?
Me, myself?
Yeah. No, you haven't got it? Okay.
You read it out, mate.
Do I want to read it out? Probably. Yep. Okay. Obviously, fullback is Kalen Ponga. Wings is Selwyn Cobbo and Jojo Fafita. The centres are Robert Toya. Hamaso Tabuai Fido is also the other centre. Obviously, the halves are Munster and Sam Walker. The props are Thomas Flegler and Tino Fasamawali. I think I got it out there.
Fasua Mawalawi.
Yep. Harry Grant is your number one hooker in the game. Has to be there. Britton Nicoroya.
Yep. Nikora.
Yep. Kurt Capewell and Ruben Cotter round out the pack. Max Plaff is on the interchange with Paddy Carrigan. Now, we'll have a chat about this. First game back. Jeremiah Nanai is back too. Trent Liero. Yeah. Reece Walsh. He's back. Is this? He's back too.
No, he was there in game 2. He just didn't get on the field.
I didn't get on the field. Thanks, mate. Yep. And Murray Tugalungi.
Tuolungi, yeah.
Tuolungi, and that's your
from the Cowboys. He didn't get on the field in game 2. Look, big surprise.
It's a strong side. It is a strong side.
Can we talk about this? Like, it's a month. Like, I believe it's a bit like Mitchell Moses, hadn't played for a month, bloody terrible in game 2. I'm not saying Paddy Carrigan will be bloody terrible, but you're coming up in State of Origin football, gents.
I've got a feeling he is there. Like, they've picked him out of his experience, and realistically, he may not get on the park.
He probably not, does he?
No, because you've got Corey Horsburgh there as well. Is Corey Horsburgh the 20th man? Have they put them in positions? Yeah, they have. So he must be 20th man, Corey Horsburgh.
Yeah, sorry, he is. I haven't got the 20th. I didn't get the right.
That's all right. Yeah. Okay, so Corey Horsburgh's there. Interesting. Look, I guess, you've got 2 blokes that are going to miss out. Most likely it's going to be Walsh and Tuolungi, unless there's an injury there.
So they don't play Walsh again.
Yeah, well, it just depends on the game.
He's playing terrible football.
Just the game event. Like, if we're behind and we need points, you're going to use Walsh. But if you're getting busted up through the middle, well, then you need forwards. So this is in this new era of a 6-man interchange bench, but you can only use 4. It is really, really interesting how the game dictates who you can go in thinking one thing, and in 5 minutes that's totally gone out the window.
Yeah.
So I believe. Look, I'm very happy with the Queensland team. I am absolutely gutted for Lindsay Collins. And look, this is my biggest concern, is that because of the HIA 11-day stand down, he is a game changer for Queensland. I believe our success has come from having him come off the bench and really
so that's
we can
why
have Fasua Malawi or Flegler
concussion,
come off,
has he?
And then we're putting an Australian level prop out there. So Carrigan is going to now be that guy, but he hasn't played for a month. You've got Liero who is solid enough to hold the team up, but is he there? Isn't he there? He's going to do a great job, as in just doing his thing, but he's not going to be your star, right? Yeah. He's not going to be a Lindsay Collins, right? Then you got Nanai as well. So it's very interesting. I do think that has changed the dynamic a little bit, but look, I am excited. That Queensland team, we've had most of that team together for the series.
Yes,
I know. With combinations, Cotter is in his best position playing lock. I don't like Cotter out in the centres. I mean, in the back row, sorry. Yeah. I like him at lock. We've got Max Plaff coming on as Cotter comes off, or Cotter moves up into the front row when Fasua Malawi comes on, and then we get Plaff coming on, who's a ball playing guy, but he can tackle. He's a tackling machine. Max Plaff is my player of the series so far, because he is such a point of difference. I just love him. I grew up a Broncos fan, and Johnny Plaff was one of my favorite players when I was young, because he was that guy. He was the utility. He didn't get a lot of credit. He was probably the best player for that out of that Broncos era that never played State of Origin. And then Max is his son, but he's got all the talents of Dad, except he's a bigger, chunkier kid that can really hold himself in the middle. So,
Jeremiah,
look, I still believe Queensland are in the box seat here, but you just don't know how.
As I said on the show last night, it's an unlosable series now, isn't it?
Oh, really? I don't know.
That's what they're saying.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but
and look,
but it's at
New South Wales have been embarrassed.
Yeah, I know.
Down in Melbourne, right? And there is always that concern when you win your first game that the second game you can come in a little bit complacent, knowing that you've got a chance, whereas the other team comes in knowing they've got no chance. So they're playing like it's the grand final, right? But this now is the grand final. There is no excuses. So if there was any hesitation subconsciously, it's never consciously, but if it's subconsciously from the New South Wales players, it's out there. Cleary is there. And, all the criticism and all the crap that's gone on with him, he's ready to, this is the best opportunity he can come up. If he comes up to Brisbane and dominates Queensland in Queensland in game 3,
then
bang, he's immortal.
Exactly.
That's end of story. No one ever talks about it. And he knows that.
Yeah.
So I believe he's going to be on. Mitchell Moses is now back. He's had 3 weeks back from his that injury. So he's got a bit of legs behind him. You've got Payne Haas got legs behind him again now as well.
Yeah.
So they don't have injury concerns. You've got Olakulatu, who's been in and out, and he just dominated for Melbourne, for Manly on the weekend. That was just unbelievable football from him. Look, he can be a bit lazy off the ball, but he's a huge man. And so to me, that you got an excuse for that, But, they've got Liam Martin coming back, who just terrorizes Munster. Liam Martin, he's that bloke that can be playing absolute garbage NRL. And you go and give him a state of origin. He's like Dane Gagai. He is New South Wales. I'm going to say it now. He is New South Wales Day. He has a switch that goes, bang, New South Wales mode. He will just dominate. He will think. So, look, this game's a lot closer than what many people think. And, they might come out and say, it's unlosable and this, that, and the other. My ass, I reckon it's going to Golden Point.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting. Hey, actually, just bringing up Dane Gagai, that got swept under the carpet, I must have missed the news. A 36-year-old signs for the Broncos. Now, what's going on with the Broncos there, Daz?
I'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, please
we'll get through the NRL. But before we do that, let's just say, what are our tips for State of Origin? I'm going to say Queensland by 30.
Oh, I'm saying Queensland by 30 as well. I've got no faith.
Well, no, I'm going Golden Point. And it's a field goal or a penalty. It's that close to me. I don't. I'm still going to be Queensland. But
I said this before game 2. I have no faith in Laurie Daly. My mind doesn't change. He's terrible.
I reckon it's a Kalen Ponga field goal or maybe Walker field goal.
So long as he doesn't have a brain fart.
Yeah, I think you'll get
no more head highs, please.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be four tries. They'll win by 4 tries, easy.
All right, let's go through the NRL. So on Thursday night, the Rabbits defeated the Eels 32-12. Interesting game.
The Eels were very disappointing this night. I mean, I'm having a shuffle with my tips, obviously, and I thought they would have done a whole lot better. That football club, they sacked
Brad Arthur
2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
Thinking that they would get better, and they were expected to get better this year, and they haven't. And I tell you what, the Rabbits are doing a great job, and Cody Walker's playing unbelievable football in relation to how well they are going with their injuries. Really are.
I've got to say about the Eels too. What's been the worst decision for a 1-year signing has been Pezzett. Now, they signed him. He is a halfback. He is a organising halfback too. Very rare to have, but you've got that in Mitchell Moses.
That's
so
right.
they signed him for a year, but then they're putting him at 5'8" or not even playing. Like I think Volkman's been ahead of him during the season and stuff. And
Yeah.
the kids, the bloke, I think he's just like, he's got his head done in a bit and waiting for the Broncos because he's at the Broncos next year.
I know he is, but the issue is the Broncos have signed bloody Ben Hunt. What's the go there?
Yes. So we've talked about we'll talk about them when we go to the Broncos. But this is with the Eels. I think it was almost like, we've got an opportunity to get him. Let's get him, sort of thing. Right? Instead of going, what's best for the balance of this team?
Yeah,
so I'd be very interesting to see what the signings are for next year for the Eels, because it'll be the third year for Riles.
Yeah, I know it will, and the pressure's got to be. You can't, and Zach Lomax has been a massive loss for that team.
Oh, that killed him. I think. Look, there was always a chance he was going to do it, but I mean, no one foresaw that Rugby 360 or whatever it was going to be called was going to become a thing for a bit, to a point that he jumped ship to go and join it, and then. Turns out they didn't. So now he's back. Now he still wants to play union, and doing all right over there, kind of thing in Western Australia. But like, it's just a nut. It really, really, really. He stuffed two clubs on that. He stuffed the Dragons by going to the Eels when he did, and then he did the same thing to the buddy. I don't know. Look, I wouldn't be wanting to looking to sign him anytime soon. As a NRL club. Because you just don't know if what's a contract worth, really. So
that's right.
Yeah. So Friday night, the Bulldogs 30 defeated the Titans 12 at Seabus.
Yeah, I went Titans on that one.
I know you did. I see that. Yeah. Obviously, the big change for the Bulldogs, Daz and Trento, has been, Stephen Crichton, the 5'8", hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I went the Titans because I saw Crichton at 5'8", and I went, look, he had a good game the week before, but I just didn't. I thought that Titans have been on the up as well, and I expected a lot more out of them, especially being at home.
Yeah.
That club, they're very frustrating. The Titans, it must be, to be a Titans fan must just do your head in. Look,
I understand. What's the coach's name? Sorry, you're gonna have to help. I can see
Josh Hannay.
Josh Hannay. Look,
Josh Hannay.
He will get. We'd hope that they get better next year, but. Oh, that football club, it's a bit of a mess. It's a lot of a mess. At least Tino's re-signed.
There's so many teams that if they were consistent and that their bad games and their good games, there wasn't that much of a difference between.
Yeah, I know, but
they'd be so much more successful.
But you can get,
they can look like, they can take Panthers, or they can take someone that you're not expecting, and then a game like the Dogs, they should have won that game.
They got no medium, so middle. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, yep.
All
but
right.
the Dogs, look good. They're looking good with Crichton there.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Our good friend Callum Cowie, one-eyed Bulldogs fan, he told me, no, there is no way Matt Burton is going to be moved out of 5'8". I doubt that you will see Matt Burton at 5'8" at that club again, unless there is enough injuries that they need him there.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much done now. So it'll be very interesting to see at the end of his contract what he does, whether he just accepts the centre money. Because that's what they said. Like, if he's a centre, well, he's only going to get paid this.
Yeah.
But if he wants to be a 5'8", there's many clubs out there that are willing to pay him as a 5'8".
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. There's a lot of stuff to keep going with the Dogs. But anyway, great win by them.
Yeah. Now everyone tipped this. The Roosters 24 defeated the Broncos 18.
So I think their run is now. I think they've lost 7 in a row.
Yep.
And a Premiers have not. It's the longest losing streak for a Premier since. I'm probably going to make it up here. No, I think it's 1953 or something.
Yeah,
it's like 74 years. Surely Madge doesn't get. Surely Madge, like, it's only his second year.
Well, he's re-signed.
He has, so they wouldn't go and sack him. Like if they've got to stay with Madge. Surely
it's an interesting with Madge. I believe, and I've had this theory, and look at, and then I've actually heard it in the media as well. But I had this theory before that he is a one and done coach, that he will win you a premiership, but he's not a long term coach.
Yeah, I know,
right?
but
because
this is
his
only
methods are just too much.
Yeah, I know, but he surely stays for 3 years.
Well, he's going to. I don't think like Broncos.
They won't.
He's won it. I mean, it's hard. They did. Kevy Walters did get him to a premiership. Get him to a grand final. He put that club together. He put that team together, right? And then Madge has come in and won the premiership the year after. So, yes, did he give him a hard nose? Did he train him hard? But really, they were signed by Kevy. 99% of those players were signed by Kevy.
So,
and you've got guys like Payne Haas is leaving. Jesse Arthurs apparently was offered an extension and said no.
Yeah, Adam Reynolds is retiring. So with the Roosters, do you think both they're as good? I don't think they're as good as the Dolphins. I don't think they're as good as the Warriors. I don't think they're as good as Panthers. They're probably on the same level.
I think they're as good as I do think they're as good as the Warriors, only because Warriors have had injuries.
Yeah.
Right, so they've lost Ford now, and they've lost Tana Boyd. So I think they're about the same level as the Roosters.
There's no way,
but the others.
Well, right now they're not beating the Dolphins and getting anywhere near that close to the Dolphins. I don't rate the Roosters yet, but that's just me. They're probably on the same level as Manly, and I think the Roosters are they better than Newcastle?
Yeah, I do. I think on their day, look, with Sam Walker playing the way he's playing, and you've got Reece Robson there that at NRL level plays very good. He is a fantastic player, and Cherry Evans is chiming in, and you got Tedesco playing his almost career form again, sort of thing. Look, they are like I think they're just going to keep going under the radar because we're going to keep questioning them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the next game, Daz.
This one was just. Yeah. I was these last two games or these next two games here. I was just in my seat. It was just great football. This was without a doubt
I've seen of NRL, and then they were back to back.
This was without a doubt the game of the year. The Dolphins 26 defeated the Warriors 24 at Suncorp.
Yeah, I missed this game, but I did get filled in. They hit the lead with 3 minutes to go, the Warriors. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So everyone thought
I thought the Warriors had won.
Yes.
And I said, I'm going to go to the toilet. All right. So I just went to the toilet. So I'm like, Warriors have won, kind of thing. I come back out. Dolphins.
So the Dolphins score.
Yeah.
And kicked a goal.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
To actually win the game.
It is unbelievable. But it was back and forth the whole game.
It was. It was just a brilliant game of football.
Didn't know who, and there were plays and try saves and just.
And I think also,
how many did he save? He was he's known for his attack, but my God!
But not only that, it was played at Suncorp Stadium. They said there was every Kiwi, every Warrior fan in Brisbane was at Suncorp.
Yep.
And then obviously you had the Finns supporters. What was the crowd? I don't even know. It must have been.
It was a full house.
There were patches. It wasn't sold out, but the crowd that did turn up, they literally witnessed one of the best NRL games of regular NRL games.
40,000
I can remember.
Yeah,
it was 40,000 there.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a funny stadium, hey, that you can look and go, look, there was patches. So you're thinking, maybe it was 28. There's 40,000 people.
Yeah,
there.
40,000 people going for a Dolphins Warriors game.
Yeah, I know.
Right. That's so great.
It was an incredible game of football.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are they though? Dolphins.
Third.
Are they
Dolphins
pushing
are third
for the
at the
premiership?
moment.
Are they? Oh, of course they. Of course they are. Yeah, without a doubt they're pushing for the prem. Yeah, no problems at all.
Especially now that when we go into the next game, that what happened in that game.
Yeah.
That to me shows that the Dolphins are further up than what I would have thought.
I believe they are probably good enough to make now top two. You know, it's between Warriors. I still believe myself it's Warriors and Dolphins to go the second spot. But I think the Dolphins are putting their little fins in front.
Yep.
And look, the other play, and we all knew, and you knew that Christian Wolf is an outstanding football coach, very very good footy coach.
Oh yeah, no, he was the Cowboys under 20s coach.
Yeah.
That had Tamalolo and Felt and Michael Morgan. You know, he took them to a grand final, and it came down to Felt's missing a kick pretty much from in front that lost the grand final. Tamalolo scored in the last second of the game, right? Felt has a kick to kick it. He misses, goes to golden point, and the Warriors win. So back then, I knew he was a good coach, right?
Yeah.
He goes over to England, has the most amazing success with. I mean, he did a lot of assistant coaching for a long time, but when he finally went over to England, St. Helens, had never been that successful. Like they had been successful, but in his reign, was unbelievable. Yeah. Comes over, spends 2 years as an assistant coach to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing it. We're finally seeing
it. That's right.
No,
they're good. So anyway, and then obviously leading to the next game is Cowboys 26, Panthers 12.
Now this was for Taumalolo's 300. Now the Cowboys have never won a milestone game. Okay.
For him. Yeah.
The Prime Minister and Princess of Tonga are actually in the crowd, along with the Premier. Of course, the Premier has to turn up. This was just an amazing game to watch. Nanai actually played his heart out for this game.
From the first tackle.
Yeah.
So there's back in the day when I remember watching Ruben Wiki in one of his last games for the Warriors, right? And it was one of his last runs, and there was this energy that you just noticed on there, and he just smashed through this guy, and the guy got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
I had the same feeling watching Nanai off that first thing. I'm watching and I'm going, Nanai's just like a bang. And because I'm thinking he's like a bullet here, bang. He smashes Leota. Leota drops him there. Leota's got the safest hands in rugby league.
Yeah.
I have never seen him hit that hard and drop the ball, right? And then he goes an open hand, like I thought he was going to go to the bin. But no, they're like, okay, yep, no, you're Panthers, you're allowed to do that. All right. So then it continues on.
Yeah.
Was it 7 or 8 bloody knock-ons or something like that in the first half?
Yeah.
For the Panthers,
it was 10 all. It was 10 all at halftime.
Yeah.
No, this was a really good win for the Cowboys. It was a great win.
Oh, mate. To me, if that it was the greatest NRL game for the Cowboys I'd ever seen, like just a standard NRL game.
Yeah.
Like I'd never seen us play that well in that.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for the game before, it would have been right up there. But the game before was the greatest NRL game I'd ever seen. Standard NRL game.
And that's in the modern era.
So they'll be pretty happy then, obviously, because it was pretty, like a Super Saturday. You've got Dolphins and Warriors into Cowboys and Panthers. And then obviously there's Manly 30, Storm 4.
Okay, just before we get onto that, now the other thing that come out of that game as well is that presentation that Jason Taumalolo actually got for his 300th game. That was special.
Oh yeah,
it should have actually been shown live. Why it wasn't, I don't know.
When as I say, they brought the Princess of Tonga over and the Prime Minister, and and they've come out like it just showed how rugby league is such an important sport for not just Australia.
Oh,
like
Pacifica.
we always get,
Yeah.
it's just an Australian, it's an East Coast thing, blah, blah. Rugby league is on the up.
Yep.
And I'll talk about this later of where I think it needs to go, kind of thing. But, you know, seeing that just showed me all those years ago when Tamalolo switched allegiance from New Zealand to Tonga and put Tonga on the map, kind of thing, in rugby league, really, because they hadn't been anything really until that point, right? And then that forced Samoa to go and do the same thing, where everyone decided to go over there, and Fiji, and, you know, it was Tamalolo that started that, right? And
now,
like and to see that 300 games, first ever Cowboy to get 300 games over club. He's a one club player. Never, you know, like he could still, like in this form, he could go for another 3 or 4 years.
Okay. So does he get immortality?
Well, to me, if you were going to pick the first ever Polynesian player to become an immortal, other than, well, I'll back that up because Mel Meninga has got Cook Island blood, I think it is, in there. But if we go back, Vanuatu, he's from Vanuatu, sorry. But if we talk about, you know, from Polynesia, you know, Samoan thing, he is the guy. He is the prototype. He's never really been in trouble. You know, he had this fantastic career to start with. Then he had his injuries, and, you know, everyone had, you know, backed him. He was the first player to get a $10 million, you know, 10-year contract. He is now playing as great a form as he. Look, he is definitely going to be in the question.
Yeah,
he's definitely got to be like he's not going to be straight away, but I think over the years when they do choose, he is the first one. He has changed the game.
And I think, to be honest with you, I think Nanai as well is, if he keeps playing like that, there'll be something for him.
He's a fantastic. And look, you know, he's a Cairns boy as well.
Oh, come on, he's not
like
Brett
he's born
Kenny,
in New Zealand,
lads.
but, you know.
Brett Kenny's not even an immortal yet. Like, you cannot put Jeremiah Nanai anywhere near Brett Kenny.
I'm not saying he's never, but I'm just saying he will have a good career.
Yeah, he'll have a good career.
You know, but Tamalolo is different to everybody.
Yeah.
Right. But, you know, and look, Nanai's only 24, 25, so he's got a long way to go. He might even be 23.
He's
got a long way to go before we start talking.
He's a quiet achiever.
But Jason Tamalolo, unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, let's keep going. And then
we do need to probably,
Then came the Sea Eagles and Storm.
Oh, well, obviously, Hamale Olakwadu had a point to prove, played really good footy. I really didn't think Manly had that in them at 30-4 against Storm. I watched the game. Storm were never in it. Manly just suffocate
Terrible.
you. Manly have got the best defence since round 4. And they just do. It is. But how is he? I can't understand how he's changed their defence.
Because he has brought back what Manly is all about. I look at Foran, and Foran covered. He was there for all those years. You know where Manly was successful.
Yeah.
He knows what makes that. He's an absolute club legend. If he says something, they all go, "Yes, sir. How many times do you want me to do it?"
Yeah.
You know, he has got what you know. He's got the respect that Wayne Bennett has.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Bellamy has.
Yeah, it probably didn't surprise me as much as I thought. Like 30-4 was still a big scoreline, but geez, he was frustrated from the week before from the 13-12 loss against the Bulldogs.
Yes.
So all week he obviously just drilled them because, as I said, they just suffocated the shit out of Melbourne. Melbourne with that loss are not playing finals now.
No.
I
they're done.
Right.
It's done.
They're
done now.
Weeks ago.
I know you did, but everyone hadn't. But now they are.
Yeah.
They're gone now.
All right.
Yeah, if you'd said at the start of the year that Broncos and Storm will not make finals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know, your grand finalists are not going to make finals this year. You would have been laughed out of town.
Exactly.
You could have written your ticket.
Yeah,
You could have written your ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Raiders 24, Dragons 16 at GIO.
Yeah.
Look, that's expected and it should be. I think Raiders Still very disappointing this season. But
they did say that. Is there pressure on Ricky? There's not pressure on Ricky because Ricky's Canberra. Canberra's Ricky. They love him down there.
They got a young squad, and look, I think this is just the reality that they had. Fogarty was more important to them than they initially realised.
Yeah.
But they did offer him 2 years.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He's going to take 3 years with Manly any day of the week.
Yeah, of course he is.
Right? They knew that they had Ethan Sanders and they got Ethan Strange and they got like Cody Black as well. I know why they do it. They just got it. They just basically did this after the last time they made the grand final. When they made the grand final against the Roosters those years, they had a lull period. So, and I believe that they've got a lot of young guys there, but once they become successful again, they will be successful for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where I'm at.
All right, we've got to move on. So the Knights 12 defeated the Tigers 6.
Pretty dour game.
It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't
for a game
great.
that you thought was going to be like 34 or something like that, or like it was going to be such a points fest.
Yeah.
God, it was a disappointing game.
All right, so things are tightening up at the top there. Thanks to Optimus One. Of course, your scoreboard there was thanks to DC Finance. And the Panthers there still out on top with 28, but tightening. They've got to start winning some more games, or do they? Warriors 24, Dolphins 24, Roosters 24, Knights 24. And then you've got the Sea Eagles 22, Rabbits 22, and Sharks 22. That's your top 8. Then the Cowboys, Bulldogs, West Tigers, Storm, Broncos, Raiders, Eels, Titans, and Dragons have got the spoon. I'd safely say they've got the spoon.
I'd say that's wrapped up for them. Yeah. There you go.
All right, let's look at AFL. The Lions defeated Sydney 126-83.
Yeah, this was a big upset. Just when you don't think the Lions are going to be any good as a top 4 or top 6 this year, they bloody come out and, they made the Swans 3rd, 4th rate. They were just way too good, the Lions.
Hawks 96 defeated the Giants 82.
Yeah, this was a good game. At times the Hawks were like 3, 4, 5 goals in front, but they couldn't never get rid of the Giants. The Giants were always sniffing around, and it was expected that the Hawks would win this game, but good effort there.
Carlton gets another win, 117-64.
Yeah, so obviously the caretaker coach has now won 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
And
so it was Voss's fault.
Yeah, it was Voss's fault. Yeah, so they smashed the Eagles.
Collingwood 106 defeat Richmond 72.
Yeah, people have told me it was a very, very poor, uninteresting game to watch. This one, obviously, Collingwood should win. I think they were up by 50 points with 10 minutes to go and must have just decided to go home because they did come back in the end a bit, made a bit more respectable score, the Tigers.
Port Adelaide 97 defeat the Adelaide Crows 71.
Massive, massive upset. The Crows were on track to making top 4. This loss probably, they will miss out on the top 4 now. Port Adelaide had 3 of their top 6 players out with serious injuries. Adelaide Oval was rocking Saturday night. That was probably they said it was one of the best wins that Port Adelaide have had for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So well done to the power.
All right. The North Melbourne 79 defeated Essendon 65.
Yeah, well.
No surprise.
Yeah, no surprise. North have had some lean years. They could make the top 10 this year. Essendon can't win a game. So anyway, we'll see what happens in the next 7 games to go.
Last game, Fremantle 80 defeated the Suns 29.
So I did watch this game, and I've watched the Fremantle a lot the last month, and the more I watch them, the more they are going to be the premiers for 2026.
I agree.
They've got the best midfield. They've just brought in Sean Darcy, their ruckman, got Alex Pearce, Bretton Cox down back, the big 3 boys. Josh Tracy, Jaya Miss, the prancing pony they call him, young Vossi. Got Shea Bolton from the Tigers a couple of years ago. They are it. They're not going to lose a game. I think they've won 13 straight. They knock, even if it doesn't matter now, they'll finish on top. They're 2 games clear. And they won't lose a game until the grand final. They get to the MCG. That's what I believe.
All right, let's have a quick look at the ladder now. So Fremantle on top on 56, Swans on 48, Hawthorn 42, Cats on 36, Lions on 36, and Crows on 36. That's your top 6. That's followed by Melbourne on 36, Western Bulldogs on 36, North Melbourne 32, and Collingwood round out the 10 on 30. Then we've got the Suns, Carlton, St Kilda, Giants, Port Adelaide, West Coast Eagles, Richmond, and Essendon will probably pick up the spoon.
I would think so. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the QRL.
Yep.
Just quickly.
Oh, well, don't mean to. You see, there's another draw.
Yeah.
Well, it's pride.
And
Pride.
And you know how many they've had?
Away.
Yeah.
So I know we're running out of time, but they've only had 4 wins. They've had 5 draws, and we'll get to the ladder. I think they're like 5th or 6th. But anyway, you do it, Daz. It is quite amazing when I saw they only had 4 wins and they're in the top 6.
All right.
Crazy.
Tweed Seagulls 26 defeated the Bears 12. Pride and Black Hawks had 16 all draw. Wow. The Jets 28 defeated the Tigers 18. Dolphins 34 defeated Wynnum Manly 10. The Falcons 42 defeated the Clydesdales 8. Capras 51 defeated the Cutters 12. Magpies 20 defeated the Devils 14, which is interesting in itself.
They obviously needed the 1 point. The Capras did they when it was 51. They obviously thought we better get 1 more point, for the for and against.
All right, so this draw's amazing. So Falcons 26, the Dolphins 23, Jets 21, the Pride 5 draws, 4 wins, 3 losses, and 2 buys on 19.
I know they're on 19. They've only had 4 wins.
Yeah.
I know they've had 5 draws, but they've only had 4 wins.
Yeah.
It blew me away when I saw it the other day. Hey?
Capra's on 19, the Bears on 18, Cutters on 18, Tigers on 18. That's your top 8. Then you got your Magpies, Wynnum Manly Seagulls, Black Hawks, Seagulls, the Tweed Seagulls, Devils, Clydesdales, and the Hunters.
So did you know, Treno and Daz, there's no golden point in the QRL?
No, there's not.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
You wonder how many of those the Pride would have won if it was Golden Point.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
only finals that it goes to Golden Point.
Oh, is it in the QRL?
Yeah,
Right.
I think it goes extra time and then Golden Point.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Let's look at live and local now. So Suburbs 42 defeated Ivanhoe's 22.
That's got to be a bit of an upset, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they. Well, yeah.
Well, Ivanhoe's were going okay. They started poorly.
Yeah, they're going
mid-year,
okay.
but sorry.
Interesting. So Cairns Brothers 40 defeated Kangaroos 12. Ivanhoe's 24, Tully 14. That's a local derby, that one, so that's interesting. Atherton 40 defeated Mareeba 24.
Yeah.
And your last game there, Mossman 44 defeated Yarrabah 14.
Yeah. Now, I did see something on social media. I probably got this totally wrong, but they celebrated it can't be their 100th win.
No, Brothers have actually celebrated their 100th anniversary.
That's what it is, their 100th anniversary.
Yep,
Oh my God! I had the photos that were on social media. That stadium, the Stan Williams Park.
It's incredible.
Oh, it's so good, Treno. Like it is
It's
so
beautiful,
it's
mate.
beautiful.
It's a beautiful ground.
Oh.
The Pride should be playing there.
Yeah, they should be. Why?
They've done the same thing with the with Tully as well.
Have they?
With a stadium down at Tully, and it's great.
What? As good as that, Nelly?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm serious. It's fantastic.
What? In Little Tully?
Yeah.
Oh.
On the showgrounds.
Right. Yep. There you
Worth
go.
having a look. Absolutely.
I'm going to drive the tally and have a look for it then.
All right. So the ladder, Cairns Brothers on 22, Wintersvale 20, Atherton 19, Mareeba 17, Kangaroos 14, Suburbs on 12, Ivanhoe's on 10, Tully on 8, Yarrabah on 4, and Mossman there on 2. So Mossman will.
I think there's only 4 games to go. I think they finished, or maybe 5. I think they finished on the 9th of August. Is there?
Yeah, it's not too long.
It's not long.
Before finals, yep.
Yeah.
All right, AFL Cairns, and probably probably Dave doesn't want to have a listen to this. He's probably there at the day.
It's been a bad year.
All right, so this is incredible. This Port Douglas 88 defeated the Cutters 75.
Yeah.
That's probably the closest I've ever seen with Port Douglas.
Yeah, and they were leading during the day, South Cairns Cutters. So they had a former AFL footballer, Dylan Shields, played at Giants and also Essendon. He played for Port Douglas. But they were leading only probably the Cutters were with 15 minutes to go. So
Central Stebay 168 defeated Tigers 54.
Yeah, it's been a battle. It's been a battle of a year. So anyway, we keep at it with 6 games to go. So
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Cairns Saints 91 defeated the Lions 73.
Yeah, and again, Lions were leading that game early on, but Cairns Saints are sitting third, so you'd expect them to be continue their winning ways.
So looking at that ladder there, Port Douglas on top, South Cairns on 32, and then you've got the Saints, Central T-Bay, City Lions. At least we're not coming sort of last. You got Tigers and then got Menunda.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway.
All right, that just about wraps it up other than our tips.
Yeah, I think that's about it, yeah. So
all right, let's do the tips then.
Let's do the tips and then we'll be done, lads.
All right, so let's get back to the draw. And the Panthers play the Rabbits first against 7th at Combank.
There's a lot of State of Origin players out, but I dead set cannot see them losing 2 in a row. Ivan, I've never seen Ivan.
He was pissed.
He was pissed. You know,
3 in a row.
Oh, 3 in a row.
It'd be
Sorry,
3 in a row.
It'd be 3 in a row. He said about 13 words. He didn't want to talk.
Yeah,
he was pissed. So they.
I think the entire press
I'm going to
conference.
go. I'm going to go the upset. I'm going to go Rabbits.
Yeah, I think the Rabbits as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Dragons play West Tigers. Well, West Tigers there, I think.
West Tigers. Yep.
Yes, guess West
Tigers.
Tigers.
will have a point to prove. You've still got
the
Y. I don't think that. Yeah, I think that club. I think they'll turn around and dominate.
Yeah. So this is at Cogra as well.
Yeah, but is Luai in? I thought he was out.
No, he will be.
He'll be in.
Unless he's injured.
I think he's injured or sick or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Broncos play the Sharks at Suncorp.
Broncos play the Sharks at Suncorp.
Sharks.
Yeah, Sharks.
Yep.
Eels play Manly at Combank.
Manly.
Yeah,
Manly. We're right there.
Yeah. Knights play Dolphins at McDonald Jones in Newey.
Yeah, no, Jerome Luai is out, lads, because Adam Dewey's back in.
Yeah,
Jerome Luai, I thought he was out.
Jock Madden, but you got Dewey back though.
Yeah, you got Dewey back. Sorry, yeah.
Now, also we talked about this earlier. Dane Gagai is actually signed up for the Broncos.
I think it's bloody disgraceful on behalf of the Broncos. Got the biggest junior base in all football clubs, of rugby league clubs in Australia. The biggest turnover of a leagues club in Australia.
Yeah,
and they can't get someone else in who's not a 30. Like, don't get me wrong.
I honestly think that he doesn't play next year. I think he'll be there and he'll play reserve grade, and he's there for the experience. I think they're just trying to bring in older heads to get these younger guys to see how a professional trains is what I think.
Yeah,
it's the only reason.
Look, I get it, I do, but. Yeah, you brought Dane Gagai in. You still kept Ben Hunt.
Well, they re-signed him, didn't they?
They did. I don't know. You'd have to be a bit annoyed as a Broncos supporter. Like, they're the biggest club in the land.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the biggest club in the land of any football club outside of West Coast Eagles. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, just before we go, what's happening at Oak Park?
So it's the weekend of the races out here, annual races. It's been going for well over 100 years out here. So we've got 2 races. We've got the Country Day on Friday. 2 race days, sorry. Country Day on Friday, and then the race day, formal race day on Saturday.
Now you've
So
got a
we're
couple
out
of
here,
Rockies.
and we're camping out here. We all camp out around the racetrack, spend the week.
Yes, I've got a couple of horses actually racing at Oak Park, and I'm devastated that I can't get out there. But
well, you tell us. You know, what's their names?
Yeah,
and
so
how much should I put on them?
one's called Speef Impediment. I can't even get the Speef Impediment. Speef Impediment. Race 1. Not too sure, but he's got barrier 4. And then we've got Rare and Reliable. Race 5 also got barrier 4.
Can you imagine
put your house on those ones, all right?
Can you imagine the race caller there? Oh, it's
the old Speef Impediment is coming down the outside. Bluey be out there, won't he? Oh, Bluey be calling.
Oh, Bluey does. Bluey does the race. Does the call for us.
He will be.
So, and poor old Bluey, he's gonna hate you for that.
I know exactly. I know. So no, I'm a bit shattered. I've got 2 horses racing out there, and I've got a commitment Saturday, and but it's just
maybe next year, mate.
Yeah, 600 k's out, 600k back on the same day or overnight.
But the best thing is we are getting races this year. It's beautifully the weather's fantastic. Yeah, they reckon it's going to drop down towards the end of the week, so we might get down under 0.
And the ladies will be dressing up to the T, and the beers will be flowing, so watch out.
Oh, beers and rumbos and everything will be going. There is just a buzz in the air.
Yeah,
everyone's having a great time.
Beautiful.
Because we are going to get the horses. We've had a couple of years where, because of the rain, it's just too unsafe. This track is an amazing track. Like it is 4 tracks, basically 4 tracks in one, as in you've got different conditions at different stages on the track. So there is when you're going uphill, you hit this rocky pitch, and then there's a bit of a sandy pitch, and then you come down the bottom, and then that's where the natural spring is. So it's naturally a bit muddier through there, and then it's very dry on the outside. To be a country racer and to be a country jockey, you must have the nous, amazing nous, to be able to navigate, on this, thoroughbred run going at 40 miles an hour or whatever, bloody 50 miles an hour, 60 miles, whatever they go, to be able to get on there. Oh, I don't know. They blow me away.
Nice and green out there, or is it a bit dry?
It is. It's actually a lot greener than what it has been. We did get floods out here at the start of the year. Our camp, there was over a metre of water that came through our camp, which is the highest on record since we've had a camp here. We have a permanent camp that's basically directly across from the bar at the races. So and then we've had a lot of rain and stuff. So it is very green for this time of year. It's very good. I'd say it's as good as conditions for a racehorse that this park is ever going to produce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
All right, punt on. Gamble responsibly. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I will be gambling very responsibly.
Awesome.
I think.
Very good.
Going to put a lazy grain on.
That's right. Yeah. On Speef Impediment.
That's it.
All right, mate.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
guys.
guys.
See you, lads.
All right. Catch you guys.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.